I have tested so many freaking tools and I am a marketer by trade. I love online business, always been in startups, entrepreneurship my entire career. So here is my 2024 tech stack and what I use for marketing. Now, these are the tools that work for me. I have tried a bunch of others that I will be running through on this channel, but this is really an insight into what I use backend and how it could potentially apply for you. Hi, by the way, I'm June, like the month, and I know I'm a tech enthusiast, a little bit of a nerd. So I love testing different tools to see what works for my workflow and also my budget. From different website building tools to email marketing, I'm going to share with you my tech stack and why I chose to use them. Okay. Let's get into it. Here are the few points that I'm going to share with you. In each tool, I'm also going to explain the key benefits and why I chose it, and more of a personal insight into how I apply it. Okay. The first one is Showit. Showit is a custom website builder that is integrated with WordPress. Why did I choose this? It is really pretty. It's one of the most visually appealing and interactive type of websites that you can get out there that is integrated with specifically WordPress. Now, there's others, and I've used so many, like Squarespace is nice, Wix is easy, Webflow is actually really beautiful too. But because the content management system is WordPress, I found that with any CMS system that I used, I always had problems with SEO. And WordPress as a backend is an OG in this. It's not the friendliest. I absolutely don't love using the backend of WordPress. However, because it has that functionality and it can be tied to Toast and all these SEO tools, it really is one of the most optimal ones if you want to get found by Google search. Yes, there's absolutely other ways to get other websites to do really great, even Shopify, even Squarespace. But I found that WordPress is definitely one of the best. And because Showit is a drag and drop builder, you can visually see and customize whatever you want in terms of the placements, more so than you can do for things like Squarespace or Wix. I want to caveat this tool by saying that I understand that not everybody needs a website. A lot of people would argue you don't. On another video that I will get into another time, I think it's important to have a location online that can help you do a bit more of your work without you having to be present. That's the key for me. Like, instead of asking you for all of your rates, all of like the way that you work, or asking you for testimonials, having this website that does all that for you just saves you more time. But I'll get into that another time. But Showit is the web builder that I personally use for JuneAye.com. We also built like Chelsea Kawai's website. We built Hey Sierra on it. And it's just so visually beautiful. So we built these sites using Showit. Okay. The second tool is ThriveCart. Now, this is streamlining e-commerce, and it's a platform that allows for e-com. So it takes payments. It allows you to sell products. Now, instead of going with something that has a monthly cost that's generally integrated in your website plan, say Squarespace or Wix, it has an e-commerce feature that you're paying each month. I opted for ThriveCart because it's a one-off fee and they already have an affiliate functionality inbuilt within the platform. This one was really popular when I set up my entire tech stack. But now there's definitely more that already integrate this feature into their landing pages and into, say, an online course post. So I know that this one may not apply to you, but I do like how ThriveCart is tailored towards high conversions. So the landing pages and their very simplistic designs are made so that they convert more. And they have a built-in upsell feature that promotes more conversions. The third tool is Google Analytics. This is a tool that I think everyone should already be using. If you have any type of service, not even a website, you can throw a Google Analytics code on it, and then you can actually see acquisition of where your traffic is coming from and also behaviors of this traffic. So what kind of sites or what kind of pages they're most interested in. And with data, to me, that's when you can make even better informed business decisions, or you can understand, okay, where am I going wrong? What is the blocker between that conversion point and their interest? So, as an example of how you would use it is if you have somebody interested in your product, but they get to the point where it's talking about, okay, they go to check out and then they can see the cost and then they just drop off. Then you can see the amount of people that are not following through because they feel like that might be too high. Or what else do you need to incentivize them to continue with that payment? That is absolutely key. Google Analytics is free to integrate. It is so easy to use and you get to see so much data from the back end. So use it. The fourth tool I have is Canva. Canva, I hope a lot of you are already using since it's this graphic design tool that is just web-based. Gone are the days of needing to use things like Photoshop or Illustrator to create great looking graphics. I'm sure you already use Canva, but the way that I use it and some of my favorite features is the Canva Magic feature where you can actually bulk create. You can import a CSV file, like a sheet that has, say, a list of quotes that you need a graphic done for, and then you can apply it to a template and it just spits out like hundreds of graphics in that one click. It is so amazing. This is how we approach any Pinterest work, and it just creates this consistency as well. Another feature I love about Canva is the brand kit and using those. In my agency, we help a bunch of great creators where we've got different brand kits for each creator in case we've got to throw out like a piece of graphic or we want to put together a pitch or whatever. Using these brand kits just mean that all the fonts, all the colors, it's so consistent and it enables your team to get things done like that rather than importing more, figuring out what font was for who. So love that feature. My next tool is Flodesk. Now, this is an email marketing tool that is the prettiest, I think, that is out there. I have also tested so many email marketing tools, and I definitely want to get into the benefits of different ones. But the one that I use currently is Flodesk. I think it's for a cost perspective as well. It is so reasonable. It is $38 per month for unlimited email outs, despite how many subscribers you have. Whereas most email marketing tools will be on a subscriber count basis. You've seen them before where if you have more than 5,000, more than 10,000, the monthly cost just goes up. So this is one of the reasons why I like Flodesk. But besides the cost, Flodesk is also really beautiful. It's so user-friendly and so simplified that it just makes it easier. It makes it easier between doing automated triggers and doing lead capture forms that is so essential to any funnel, to any business online. And they look good. So I would suggest trying Flodesk, especially if you're at a point in your business where email marketing is not an absolute number one focus, but it's great to have there and build your list. I think it's a really great starting point to use, especially if you're not in the rhythm of sending out regular emails yet. This is one to use. Okay. Another tool I have is Switchy. This is link management. Now, when I say that, it's about whenever you're sharing a URL or a link to, say, a freebie download or even a video specifically, you can see where that traffic is coming from, right? I mentioned Google Analytics earlier. There is this ability called UTM tracking, and it happens automatically in email marketing where you usually see URL and then you see UTM code and you see exactly where or how that link is being used. Now, the reason why people do this to the URL is so that you can see exactly where it's coming from and add even more data to the Google Analytics. So you can see exactly where they're coming from or what campaign you used it for. When I say that it's integrated in most email marketing softwares, when you add it in your email campaign, you can usually see that it's come from that campaign. In order to do this, it's actually free. You can Google just UTM link creator, and then you can do it that way. I really like the way that Switchy makes it pretty for me as well. So not only am I able to track it better or understand where traffic is coming from, I can also link my domain, create a subdomain, which I have hey.juneaye.com, / a keyword that I can easily remember. So for example, if I ever want to suggest like somebody to use my affiliate links, I just put the tool at the end of the URL and then I can share that without having to remember all of the links that I want to share. So instead of having to remember any like crazy affiliate links or even any Google Doc links, I just have a shortcut that I go back to regularly and it always takes me and redirects me to the right place. So that's one of my favorites, actually. I use that very often, and you'll see within my 33 hacks where all these tools are included, a lot of them look so nice in this format. And that's the tool that I've used in order to do it. That's my current tech stack for this year. It's what I've found is the most useful and the most optimized in each of those settings. So I hope that was helpful. If you like the vibe, please subscribe. I'm JuneAye, and I hope you have an amazing day. Ciao. Bye.